We all have stories to tell. They define who we are, where we've been, and who we hope to become. These stories are built from the trials we endure, the memories we cherish, and the choices we make as we strive for something better. A brighter future for us and the ones that we love. But life is rarely so simple. Our futures don't always follow the paths we carefully envision. Dreams slip away, plans fall apart, and sometimes, when we least expect it, life can be cruel. It's difficult to imagine what enters a man's mind after the loss of a loved one. He might think about all the moments he missed, all the dinners, the laughter, or the moments she smiled at him, while he barely noticed. He asks himself, why wasn't he there? What was so important that he couldn't be by her side when she needed him the most? He might be swallowed by his own fury, consumed entirely by the hopeless pursuit of justice that will never be his. Or he could crumble, finally succumbing to the cruel reality of her death and the horrible realization that there is nothing he can do. She is gone. Life was never the same for James Morrison. He still remembered every horrific detail of her death. How his wife lay in a pool of her own blood, her fingers still wrapped tightly around the anniversary necklace he'd given her. The police eventually tracked down her killer, but it was too late. The coward leapt from a rooftop, robbing Morrison of the justice he so desperately sought, and leaving his wife's murder unavenged. He had failed her, and justice had failed him, all because of a worthless necklace. With nowhere left to turn, Morrison began a journey that would change him forever. He drove on for weeks, maybe months. It didn't matter. The road became a blur as he struggled to escape her haunting memory. But no matter how far he went, or how many drinks he drowned his sorrows in, he couldn't outrun his pain. At times he wondered, why not just stop? He could end the nightmare for good, but something inside always held him back. As long as he lived, her memory would too, and he couldn't bear the thought of extinguishing that last piece of her. So he drove on. He wasn't sure if he would ever find peace, but maybe living because she couldn't was enough. Then one night, he stumbled across a flyer for the Kentucky State Police. It lay soaked in the street, forgotten beside a discarded soda can, but somehow it felt like it was there waiting for him. As he made out the words upon its tattered surface, a weight seemed to lift from him. For the first time since losing his wife, Morrison felt a tiny glimmer of hope. He had been given a second chance, and this time, he would not waste it.